Hey guys, Evan Daly, Total Cost Involved Sales Manager over here. I'm super stoked to let you guys know that we are the title sponsor for Musclecars at the Strip. Guess what? It's tomorrow and all weekend, so you're looking at the 17th to the 19th. Rob and Trish Bird from Racing Birds, they're doing the autocross portion of it for us, and we are coming out in full force. This is Jason, our marketing director. He's got some exciting news as well, so hey, welcome to our little party, and we're gonna have some fun this weekend. Can't wait to see you guys. So what all is going on, Jason?
Well, let's go through some of the vehicles we're gonna have. So, the Mad Scientist Camaro, Dan Wilcox, my brother from another mother. He's got his wild 68 Camaro coming. If you guys haven't seen this car, check it out on our Instagram page. It is got our Pro Touring front clip, an LS3, and a BMW transmission. So dual clutch, with a BMW IRS.
Yeah, it's like a 7-speed deal, right?
Yeah, so yeah, he's got the cheater tranny of all of us, so might not be an advantage for the autocross, but maybe an LS Fest in a few weeks.
Right.
So we call it the Mad Scientist Camaro because he's the Mad Scientist, makes it all work. It's got a electric power steering, a Prius steering wheel, or a Lexus steering wheel, so you can paddle shift.
And then what's the ABS off of?
Yeah, so it's a BMW ABS as well. So he's certainly going to be one of the fast guys this weekend.
He loves messing with the Beamer guys. He calls us the M Series Camaro.
It's sacrilege to put an M badge on anything other than an M vehicle. And he's got one on the back of the car just to, ruffle some feathers. But we've also got Tom Kamen and the Trans Am coming out, the Reiss Racing built Trans Am. Reiss has got a bunch of vehicles coming out this weekend. Tom is hot off of a number of wins. He went to Arizona, won the SCCA locally there with the CAM class. He's won both the CAM events with corner exit so far this year. He dominated at the Falcon event in January where he won class both days and won the shootout.
Yeah.
So Tom's flying, yes. Rich Alianelli. So Rich was the one that took over the driving duties for Blurple.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
jumps out of Sabotage, jumps out of the truck, jumps into a proven Camaro from Reiss Racing with all of our goodies on it, the Pro Touring front clip, the torque arm, nasty little LS3, not too radical, but 550 horse, enough, which is what we all need, but we all want more, typical guys. And he just came right out of the gate just freaking stomping it, right?
Yeah, literally the very first events. He's killing it, so we're very excited to have Rich come out this weekend.
Yeah.
And you might see something behind us. So this is another Reiss Racing car called Blue Thunder. This is a new one, hasn't been to an event yet, and look who gets to drive it.
Oh, dude, I'm so stoked. HPS Performance put together a 427 LS3 base. It makes like 680, which again is just enough because it's over the top. T56 Magnum, double disc, RXT McLeod clutch. Of course, all of our Pro Touring front clip and the torque arm, again a Curry 9-inch. We went a little conservative on the gear, about a 350 gear, because we want to take it on the road course, and it is a total street car. It's just a dominating street car. Of course, we know it's track capable. We got the big Willwood 6-piston up front, Aero 6s, and we did the 12-inch 4-piston rear, trying to keep the weight light. I was able to take it to an event with American Racing, with my wheels off my Nova. So
how dare you say Mustang?
Oh, I almost said Mustang. Oh, the Nova's gonna be pissed. So yeah, American Racing made me a bitchin' set of 2-piece wheels, gold centers. You'll see them. 11s all around, 315 squared, and they just set off that blue and gold. Just looks so awesome together. And yeah, I'm super stoked. Thanks for Reiss Racing for loaning me the car. We're just doing some final touches as usual on the last day before the event to get it ready for the event, and it is ready to rock. So I'm super stoked about that.
Yeah, and speaking of last minute, so I'll overlay a picture of where I am currently at with getting Sabotage ready. Sabotage C10, we're gonna be talking a minute about something there. But I'll be driving Sabotage, but the transmission is currently out of it. It's also sitting on a bench over there right now. So we're leaving in, I don't know, maybe 15 hours, 16 hours, something like that.
Plenty of time.
We're gonna be heading to Vegas, so gotta get some sleep somewhere in there. I'm excited about driving Sabotage. We're now on what we're calling version 3 of the truck. Really excited to see how it performs. Harrison, he's around here somewhere, but he's of course bringing out the wagon, and he's flying right now. You guys hear me on some of our videos on YouTube where the kid drives with his right foot. He steers with his right foot. Let me straighten that. He comes out of a corner, flat foots it, and because of the wagon, it's got the weight in the back, it plants and goes. But he lets that thing wiggle, and he knows that car exactly what it's going to do. So always exciting to see the kid running the wagon. Yeah,
again, a Nova wagon is not supposed to be at the top 5 to top 3 in a modern muscle or the early muscle class, and he's always there. He's always there right with us. The kid's on point, and we're super happy to have a long roof in the mix. I love it when he puts the Hertz on other Camaros and Corvettes, and it's just awesome, you know, to have a long roof Nova smashing them.
And while Harrison did just poke his little head out of the office here, Will Estrada, also known as We4Low on Instagram, he is basically the resident photographer for the Racing Birds. But he also has a 56 Task Force Chevy pickup with our chassis underneath it. So he's going to be hanging out with our crew, probably going to get some fun laps in that thing. I think he finally did get some bucket seats for it. He's been running around doing some laps with a bench seat, and it's entertaining.
He even finally got some Wilwood brakes on it, so now he can actually stop the thing. I mean, it's a total street truck, but last event we went out, man, he's throwing that thing around, pitching it in the corners. It's pretty impressive to watch. I think he was having a lot of fun.
I can't ignore George Reiss. So George is obviously allowing us to drive a few of his vehicles. He's got some of his own that he's allowed others to drive, but he's bringing the Wild Machine out. So we call him the Wild Man. He's bringing the Wild Machine, also known as Bumble Z.
Yeah.
This second gen Camaro, I've personally put 2 laps on it. You've driven it a couple times. It's wild. 700 plus naturally aspirated, 8,000 RPM LS.
I think it made almost 800.
Yeah, and you know, that's just it. Is that we didn't really push the envelope on the dyno with RPM, but
yeah.
So needless to say, always entertaining to watch George run, and he's going to be fast. So we're here. We're going to have a little bit bigger course this year. Hopefully, he's going to be able to use some of the horsepower.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it, George! Shift the second gear. So Andy is also here as well, helping us work on Blue Thunder back here. We finally got Andy to come to Vegas with us. So he's bringing the little 66 Nova. Mm-hmm. And yes, I know you guys are looking at those headlights. It is a 66.
With 67 fenders, no. Yeah. He likes the flavor, and he is known as Andy the Nova guy, so you know what? He can do whatever he wants. He is the Nova guy. His license plate even says it. So hey, you want to ask him about it? Guess what? He's the expert. He'll school you on the Novas.
And I'm a firm believer in that little Nova. You all know that I've had some lap times in that thing over the last 3 years, thanks to Andy. That car is special. I will outright say that that is the fastest street-driven Nova on the planet on a 200 treadwear tire. You know, without fender flares making it a race car, like an actual street car.
Yeah, it is a street car.
That car competes at an extremely high level, even against the Camaros and Mustangs with more track width, shorter wheelbase. That thing's pretty wild.
Yep.
And I won't say a fairly newcomer to us, but Mike Bechtel with the Mustang that's got way too much horsepower too. So he's probably in a similar range horsepower-wise as what George is, maybe a little less. Wow. But this Mustang's got our Pro Touring front and mirror, so I'm excited to have Mike be out there with us.
Yeah.
Part of Team TCI. And last but not least is John Kimball. So he is George's partner in crime at Reiss Racing.
Yep.
And he is driving another one of the wild cars. So Night Fury, also known.
That's right. Oh, I forgot about that car. Supercharged.
Yes. So this thing makes 800 plus at the flywheel. John, I don't think has any real experience. He's done a couple little timid laps, but this will be an experience for him, we think. Needless to say, those are the 11 cars that we have coming. We did have one drop out at the last minute. Sorry that Josh couldn't make it with the high school car. Mm-hmm. But we've got a lot of cars that are going to be showing up. But we're going to come back to what we were talking about with Sabotage.
Right.
So we have the opportunity as the title sponsor on Saturday to take about an hour's time to kind of do whatever we want. We talked about it and basically came up with the idea of, instead of us doing something, we'll let somebody else do something. So we kind of put the feelers out with Phil Painter, the guy that puts on mats. with Rob Bird that does the autocross portion of it. And we've come up with an idea to where we're going to take a couple of automotive celebrities and put them in Sabotage. So this is why I am so stressed out about getting that truck back together again on a trailer tonight and up to Vegas with a brand new McLeod clutch. Those guys came in clutch to make sure that this truck's going to be out there on time. So that thing was also at the American Racing event on Monday, and the clutch that was in it, I don't know, stock LS1, whatever it was, started slipping really bad. So time for a new clutch. McLeod came through, drove down there yesterday, picked it up. Doing all the measurements today, we're going to have that thing back in. But as of right now, we have 3 confirmed. Constance Nunez. So she's been on Gotham Garage. I believe Car Masters, Rust to Riches.
Yep.
So she has mostly drag racing experience. She grew up drag racing like many of us. So it is our mission in life to make her love autocross by the end of the weekend.
Oh yeah.
So. We
We all know once we do a couple of laps, you get addicted, you know, to 60 foot like crazy and then make a left or a right. Hey, that's fun to me. You know, I've always been into the autocross more than the drag racing part of it. So let's see if we can get her in a car and let's see what she can do. And you know, ladies are always way more aggressive than us guys. They don't have to hold back. Nothing to get in the way, you know?
You know, we're kind of telling them that it's not a competition, but have some fun with it. Here's a vehicle, go burn up some rubber and some fuel in a well sorted out pickup truck. I mean, what more fun can you have? But she's confirmed. She's probably going to be hanging out a lot at the autocross, I imagine, once she gets a couple laps. But,
she'll be hooked.
The next driver is Steve Dulcich. So if you don't know him, you should. So famous for Motor Trend. He is David Freiberger's partner in crime on Engine Masters.
Yep.
So Roadkill's going to have their own little segment on the autocross as well. So he might already have a vehicle there running, but he's going to be able to hop in there and maybe have a little bit of an advantage because I'm sure he's got a little bit of seat time there.
Right.
So, But the third one is a local guy to Vegas. So JC Fernandez, he is the local CBS affiliate for Channel 8.
That's right.
He is a car guy, so he does a lot of car shows. He was out at Musclecars yesterday doing some of the features for Channel 8 up there locally. Well, he's I'll say he's kind of like the Joker because he actually has some seat time. So my expectations for JC are pretty high. So he's done, you know, Speed Vegas up there. He's been to Pahrump. I want to say whichever school that they've got up there. So, so JC's got some seat time. So needless to say, we're going to pit these 3 drivers. We're still working on 4th driver. And I don't want to call him out in video, but we're still working on that 4th driver. We're going to see him more than likely on Saturday morning. Might throw him in there. Hopefully that's the case because he's going to be a fun one. But we're going to put these 3 drivers in Sabotage, give them each 3 laps. Yes, we're going to walk them around the course, give them some opportunity to maybe even ride in some vehicles beforehand. But we're excited to see what these guys can do in Sabotage.
Oh yeah, and you know, it's a truck, you know. It shouldn't do what it does, just like the long roof wagon. So they're gonna jump in a truck. It's gonna act like a modern muscle car thing. We're like, how does it do this? And they're gonna love it. It's gonna be exciting. They'll be throwing that thing around. I believe you brought a set of tires that we don't care about.
Yes, so I do have 2 sets of tires. I've got the throwaways and then the good ones. So we'll see how things pan out, but burnouts might ensue.
It could happen. Nice.
So check it out, Musclecars at the Strip on Facebook or their website. On Instagram, it's Matt's LV. So check it out. We'll be around this weekend.
See you then.